Howdy, everybody. Howdy, all you delicious people. Today, we are going to continue doing Ghostbusters. If anything, we are getting very close to the finale. And if anything, I have to go through and come up with that footage. So eventually, I'm going to have to regurgitate all that out eventually to cover the finale. Which we are close to. Realistically, I really enjoyed this series, and even though it might have not have been a huge gangbusters for views and everything, I don't really care, to be brutally honest. But I enjoyed this series nonetheless, with all the best intentions. That I made this clear that this was going to be a labor of love from the beginning, from the get go. And you know what? It was still that. So, where are we gonna go after this game is wrapped up? I honestly have no clue. Eventually, I think I'm just gonna soon paint myself into a corner, and yeah, I feel that's what I'm probably gonna end up doing. It seems like every new project I get into doing, doesn't go the way I want it to. So, who knows where the channel is going to go after certain series get finished and so on and so forth. But I hope that you guys liked this series for what it was, or how miraculously I could come up with footage, even though it might not have been the best quality, blah 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 blah. But I have been rambling for too long. And so yeah, let's get on to that Ghostbuster footage. That beautiful bean footage. If anything, this is exactly where the last part left off. So if you guys need a little refresh, go ahead and check on to the last thing of footage that you will see. Realize that I will probably be talking over some of the commentary because there's so much over it of the guys talking. If you see a little PKE meter that pops up on the screen showing you a ghost or something like that, and some writing, if you want to read that yourself, you can pause and go ahead and do that. I honestly I'll pop it up there, but I won't read it, simply because I don't want to add more extra time to make this an even longer video, and people might not want me to read that whole thing. So, on to the video. I apologize for gabbing so long, but let's get on with this.
Look, the door's controlled by that chain. Hey, you're up, buddy.
Okay, Cadet, you first. I've got your back.
Jack.
Did you know that historically hedge mazes are designed to conceal a secret shortcut?
Our lips are concealed.
Well, there's still one crank that works down there. Try using it to open the door.
Yes, Winston, I already know. If anything, there still is a lot of parts in this game that are fresh in my mind.
The door's wide open. Get back up here.
Because I played this so frequently. But there is going to be certain times when I am honestly going to be scratching my head. If anything, let me double check for a second here. Okay, yeah. I apologize, I needed to see if something needed to be adjusted.
I take it we're not welcome.
Nope.
Yeah? There's a first. I'm gonna get us all name badges that say, "Hello, I'm not welcome," or maybe t-shirts or coffee mugs.
I would take a t-shirt. Coffee mugs you can't really do much with.
Alyssa, I see her.
Me too.
You and me both. She's wearing just a simple terry cloth robe. And she's brought me coffee.
Coffee?
That's her, all right. Spitting image.
The resemblance is uncanny. This is Ivo Shandor's mother, painted in 1885.
Wait. What? Alyssa is a Shandor? Why does this
this always happen to me?
No.
I meet a girl, she's crazy about me, but she always turns out to be some kind of unbelievable fixer-upper.
This is all making sense. Alyssa must have inadvertently triggered the mandala because she has Shandor blood.
She
Really?
doesn't know it. When I did her profile, she told me she was adopted.
Some coincidence, huh?
You don't really believe this happened by accident.
No. Someone must have known and set this up.
The mayor did say that
I'm
Penn
shocked.
personally recommended Alyssa to be the guest curator of the Gozer exhibit.
Once a peg, always a peg.
You got that right, Winston.
Shandor must have employed hundreds of workers for years to build this place.
The
Yes.
supports are waterlogged, the mortar is decrepit, and the foundation is shattered. In purely physical terms, there's no way all this can still be standing.
But
You
it
sound
is.
like you're surprised.
No, not really. It's
It's
beautiful.
a game.
and
It's called a video game for a reason.
posthumous black mask.
What? People still worship you even after they're dead? That's a powerful church, man.
Yeah, ideally, if anything, there are times that I will not remember some parts of this game,
Get a scan on that.
and I will get lost. Just a heads up. Because there gets to a point in this game where I said in previous parts where this is where I just where like the second half of this game it just didn't hold up in my brain and hold up in my mind for like no matter how many times that I played this multiple times, it just the second half of this I'm like, what? How is this done again? But of course, I am going to try and scan every ghost, but for the most part, I might forget.
Incoming!
He's on the move.
Abadoo.
Light 'em up! That's a whole lot of whatever they are.
Deal with it.
Gonna have to watch out for you. Behind you. Blasted sorry behind.
Yeah, behind.
This is great. It is officially time for us to go.
No, let's stay. This place is really growing on me. I'm serious. It's really growing. On me.
Check this joint out.
Unless my sensory array is malfunctioning, that is definitely the place we're looking for.
Oh, fell out.
Where'd the caddy go? Yo, cool breeze. Come on out.
Here, behind you.
No, guys.
No! Get back! Take your imaginary hands off me, man!
No, there's too many.
Egon! They got Egon! Bring him back here! Kid, help us!
Oh no, I'm shaking my fist in utter anger for some reason.
Get to the others so they can help you. Please be careful. We don't know what we're dealing with yet. But it sounds big. When big things attack, it hurts.
Because people still shake their fists. In utter upsettedness. But yeah, here's where I get lost. You will see me be doing that because definitely realistically, even though I could probably even remember this part here, I probably would still get lost because realistically, there would just be several times where I would just draw a blank and just be like, okay, I should remember this, but I don't. I should know where I'm going, but I don't. So if anything, I did a little light maintenance on my way through. I was like, oh, found it, whoops. Hey, I heard that. Your ghost talking about, should we kill him now? No, let's wait till he gets to the intersection. I heard that. Oh, those weren't that scary. Spider-Woman, the Spider Witch, that was pretty scary. Woman just like coming at you. All up in my grill. With her 8 legs. Some guys would appreciate a woman with 8 legs. I'm pretty fine with just the good old 2. Yeah, here, here I was familiar what I was supposed to do. It was just the fact of just like, okay, but where do I do it at? Kind of a strange conundrum I had here. If people do not know what the word conundrum means, buy a dictionary. Because I am every once in a while going to be throwing out big, fat words. Which are big and fat and huge. So, because I went to school. Not college, high school. Yeah, and again, I knew I had to do something with this, but it just took me a second to remember what I needed to do. And then I was like, oh, right. Yeah, so many people probably got utterly stuck at this point. I had to watch, the first time I ever played this part of this, I had to go and watch someone else play this part to understand what it is I could do to continue, because I was honestly stuck. And I was like, what do I need to do? And, like, there was, like, no real answer. There was no, like, it's not like after you would get stuck in a certain point at a certain time, they would give you hints. It's like, oh no, just figure it out. And then it's like, ugh. I'm like, I wish there were hints. That would be nice. Because realistically, if no one would have played this game before, and then I come in here and cover it, and have never seen any tricks or whatever, yeah, I would just be, like, to have been completely stuck at that section. And I wonder if, like, maybe there is still interest in this game, because not a lot of people have played all the way through, because eventually maybe somebody got stuck. Me included. actually do kind of like the introduction of the whole like black slime thing and how they consistently used it. Like it was just kind of like an obvious like, hey, yeah, we're not gonna use like Vigo and Janish in this movie, or in this game, not movie. But we are gonna go and still use like the things you know, because Slime was really the villain in the second film. So even though Vigo the Carpathian, the painting, is still used in the game. And of course we get no Dana Barrett, we get no Janish. If I were to bring the baby, can I have the woman? So be it. On this day of darkness, she will be ours, wife to you and mother to me. Just classic scene. That's probably my favorite scene from Ghostbusters 2. Simply because of just how like it was just a strange like kind of like you knew like something was gonna go down, and it was like, oh man, Dana Barrett's at it again. It's like she like consistently just gets like, she is just like a ghost magnet, and it realistically just gets to a point where like I think they're just kind of like stymied after the second one, just because it's like, okay, well, if we use the same cast that we've kept been doing, there's only so many times we can explain that Dana Barrett has some connections with yet again another story. After the second one, I felt like everything had just been like spent and done and whatever, and it would just be like to go and do Dana Barrett again and focus on that. Yeah, ideally I didn't get lost. I just heard those creatures coming, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna kind of like build my way a little like trench here so that we can kind of walk fast enough ahead so I don't have any problems trying to go and get some stuff. But it definitely, you guys are gonna see a cool little gadget here. Ghostbusters DVD, not a Blu-ray. I can't wait for somebody to see this years upon years later when I'm probably dead and gone, and to see this game and just like, what's a DVD? It's like, yeah, that's a disc. Yeah, you guys like used to have those. How ridiculous. And just to see now, and like, what is a DVD? Oh yeah, it used to be kind of like how our Saber discs or whatever are now. Oh yeah, okay. One thing about these episodes, though, it does really go that we really have like one like big boss. It's not like how the first episodes went, where we would just like boss. They kind of finally slowed it down in the second half.
Trapped in a dark place.
barely move my arms. Can you find me?
No. Of course, I would want to see
You're getting
Winston
closer to
first.
me. The sounds are getting louder. You know, I always did like you more than the others did.
Sure, Winston, you beautiful man, you. I don't know why that I'm consistently,
Keep looking, man. I've got to be around somewhere in here.
I don't know why I'm consistently giving Winston compliments, even though he truly does deserve them.
Hey, ooh, thanks, man. I was seriously cramping up in there. This is all looking a little familiar.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that I'm here now, am I? Like,
This
if
must
I would
be
have
where all
died...
the mood slime came from. Look, they must have pumped it straight into the sewers from here.
If I would have...
Let's go find Egon. Then we'll think about finding people.
If I would have died early on, you guys would be dead. You guys would be in these coffins forever. Just, like, not being able to dance around and do whatever you need to do.
What is this place?
It's called a laboratory. Haven't you seen, any science laboratory place ever? As I collect more artifacts for people to view. Singing slime. Because we had the dancing toaster before. Now we get singing slime. Your love. Is drifting me higher. He always loves Jackie Wilson.
Shandor's cult was working some crazy experiments in here.
I wouldn't go and say
There's
crazy.
blue slime, pink slime, yellow slime, but every ghost in here is coated with black slime. What's generating it all? Where's it all coming from?
I think it seems like in all of these kinds of things here, when you look at all the cartoons of old, there always seems to be some kind of ooze or slime.
Being dead for 80 years sure hasn't improved these guys' disposition any.
Like, ideally, let's make my case right now.
I'm not
One,
sure which one of you shoved me into that crate, but you all owe me a big apology.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dose, The Secret of the
You picked
Ooze.
the wrong side, Ghost. Shandor isn't here to help you now, is he?
We had gotten the very first Power Rangers movie where we have the main villain being Ivan Ooze, aka Slime
See how
and
you like
Ooze.
living in a tiny little box, amigo.
And if that honestly isn't enough for you to quench the knowledge of the thirstiness of, like, thinking, well, what else could have been at the time just being so slimy and oozy?
Look out, above you.
Poltergeist. When the two people got out of the door, man, were they caked with slime. I don't know, I kind of ran after the second one. But bring up your own most slimed ooze, goose, kind of thing. Bring up in the comments below
Find some cover.
when you think of slime or ooze or goop or glop or whatever the crop that means.
Incoming.
Jot that down on the comments below, reminiscing on a film or TV show you saw.
I think you're really turning some heads back at headquarters. Man, what are these spooks up to here? I get the whole mandala, immortality, and power thing, but what's up with all the slime science? This island's got to be sitting directly on a cross-dimensional portal.
I think I hear you guys. Yes, that sounds like my equipment. You're getting close.
We're not firing our equipment. Yeah, that sounds like my equipment. Maybe our footsteps. It's like, yeah, I made those shoes. It sounds like my equipment coming to get me. I
Get me
tell
out of
you.
this thing. I don't want to be eaten by black slime.
Egon, hang on. We're almost to you.
I tell you though, these ghosts, they have no manners. They never say pardon me. They never say,
Thank you. This is going to reflect well on your performance review. In most cases, I find close proximity to mildew stimulating. That was a little much, though. Have you seen Becky?
Well, you know.
Have you looked for him?
Well,
I don't know, they mention
Indicate that he's somewhere in
frequently
this direction.
about reviews and such along those lines. Realistically, I don't think I'm ever gonna get a raise in this job. I have a seeking suspicion that,
Here they come.
like, I'm just gonna get one, like, certain fee,
you gotta feed Street Rook.
Get out of here.
and realistically, that's never gonna go up.
Blown up.
Because how could you pay me more money?
Gonna have to watch out for you. Almost there. Behind you.
Yes, yes, I know, but I had to go get these little portals.
You gotta feed Street Rook.
Thank you, Senior Winston. Yes, I know his last name is Zeddemore.
Run!
And the last name is Lewis Kelly. And I know,
Gus!
I don't know anymore. Janine Melnitz from my staff. Who else? Walter Peck.
They're bringing some thunder.
Does anybody remember the cat that was used in the World of Psychics episode? I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
sick when
If you don't know the answer of the cat in the World of Psychics
machinery indicates an astounding
sequence,
level of sophistication.
you don't know your
Your evil
Ghostbusters.
notwithstanding, Ivo Shandor was far ahead of his time.
The
You
answer
don't have
to
to take my
that
hat off to Shandor. This
is
lab was built
He-Man.
how many years ago? It's truly impressive. It's likely Shandor was the parapsychology expert of his time.
Stay in the light, Egon.
I'm trying, Winston.
Should we try to find Peter or...
no.
Probably stashed him around here somewhere.
I think putting
Help!
Peter.
Oh, little help?
I think putting Peter in a coffin would build character, which I think he sorely needs.
Did somebody call a break?
Yep, that's Vinkman, all right. Now, we're sure about this, right?
We need to be at full strength to shut down this node.
Way to go! I feel a momentum swing here in our favor. Get out there and find the Mandela node and shut it down. That should really piss someone off.
The real answer for what is the name of the cat in the World of the Psychic sequence in the movie is Ira. Give me Ira, is what Peter, of course, says. Occasionally you meet a nice cat,
I got
a
places.
Starman or an E.T.
Can we move out of here?
Great job, kid. Glad to hear Peter's okay.
But eventually it becomes a big lizard. Eventually. You never know.
What are they doing? The readings are as big as those in the library when we crossed over. I think it's safe to assume that the machine they're working on was not built for a benign purpose.
Not at all.
Orrery, a device typically used for predicting planetary alignment. In this case, it appears to actually be aligning dimensions.
I, for one, do not want the dimensions to align. Not this close to Christmas.
That would put a damper on the holidays.
How do we shut that thing down?
The motion of those devices seems to be generating some sort of energy. Hard to tell, though.
I don't know, I think I'm baffled on this one here.
I can calculate 54 likely outcomes. We'd survive 3 of them.
That beats our usual odds.
Unfortunately, you're correct. Let's do it.
I think I am stymied about this one here.
What if they stop moving? So far, the Scooby Island has been a slime tether amusement park. Why should that change? Yes, you did. How come
Did I?
smart enough to use science always try to take over the universe? Huh? Egon, Ray, anyone? Didn't think so.
I remember that part.
Wait, those planets are aligning. I'm not so sure this is the safest course of action.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna get Lord of the Rings all up in here now.
Found the source of the black slime, Winston.
I wasn't that curious. The whole room's filling up. Get to higher ground.
All right, gentlemen, it's official. This was a bad idea.
Yeah, Egon, why are you always getting us in these cockamamie situations? I can say cockamamie. It's okay to say cockamamie every once in a while. Cockamamie. It means back. We learned something today, kids. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh no, they're locking us in. Oh no, the cool chandelier in the middle of the room's gone.
Ugh, the stench is horrible.
Smells like the Fulton Fish Market when they've got fish. Wait, I know that dumpster.
A putrid mass of hatred, bile, and anger.
Not exactly Mrs. Sunshine, is it?
I beg to
Part
differ.
Where we do what we do. Hello.
Somebody's watching you.
Go! Get him in the eyes!
Get his eyes.
Really?
You looking at me?
Get him in the eyes.
Somebody chop some onions.
Giving me the evil eye. Huh?
Chop some onions. How is it now that we have just
Got to be
now?
vulnerable somewhere.
Statistically speaking, that's not entirely accurate.
We have-
Statistically speaking, we better hope it is.
Okay, fair enough. What about that inaccessible anterior nodule?
That glowing thing
Or
on
maybe
his
the
head?
green light.
That is his head, isn't it?
I'm not sure that's
Do the green
How do
light.
we get to it?
Hey, rookie, run around and look delicious, will ya?
Oh, come on, Winston. I was giving you so many compliments. And you're just gonna throw me under the bus like that? I thought we were buds. I thought we were buds. You broke my heart, Winston.
Concentrate your fire on that node.
You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Hit it right there. It doesn't like that at all.
Really? Still mad at you, Winston. Even though you bring up a very good point. Still.
That's trouble.
It is, I know.
Incoming.
Ow! That was ow there.
Fine. He's taking the bait.
Oh, big boss down.
The ghosts are trapped in them now.
That was the big boss of this
My boy
episode.
Emo Shandor didn't factor in that he was messing with the Ghostbusters. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, Peck made the same mistake. We're gonna have to have a long talk with him.
Yeah.
Don't forget that Peter's girlfriend is a Shandor.
We're gonna have a very long talk with her.
You guys need to get down to the shore and fast. I don't know how much longer I can hold her. The whole island's sinking.
No.
Keep the motor running. We are coming at you fast.
Not really that fast.
Peter, get out of there.
You see that? They were gonna leave without me?
How was it? Was it cool? What did it look like? Did you get any samples? Did it have multiple eyes?
Yes.
Shut up.
And do that too.
Oh, thank God you're here.
What's going on, Janine? Where's Alyssa?
She's dead.
Gone. They took her. 1 minute everything was fine. The next it was chaos. Ghosts flying everywhere.
Janine, slow down. Start from the beginning.
Okay. was out of my favorite tea. You know how I love my chamomile. Well, and
I'm loving this story.
Maybe not the beginning. Start where things went haywire around here.
okay.
Aw.
Somebody jumped me from behind, and before I passed out, I heard Alyssa struggling and yelling, "No!" And the last thing I remember was the screams of the dead and damned echoing in my brain.
So either there was a mass escape from Rikers.
Or someone shut down our containment grid again.
Again? Just like
Again?
Peck threatened to do.
It's funny. I always knew that Peck was a pencil-necked bureaucratic prick, but I never pegged him as an evil occultist.
But where did he take her?
And where are all the ghosts? Because, no offense, but if all the ghosts we've ever caught just escaped, I'm clocking out.
Yeah, they would be awfully mad at us.
Exactly.
No.
It's generally a bad idea for the guards to hang out in the cell blocks just after a prison break.
We've been good to him. We let him out every once in a while.
As authorities continue to supervise the Thanksgiving evacuation of Manhattan, increasingly powerful tremors are rocking Central Park. The question is, where are the Ghostbusters?
Tell you what, kind of a nice day. Why don't we go to Central Park? Could round up some ghosts, save the girl, get back in time for a nap.
Okay, the Ghostbusters ride again.
Yeah. Cool stuff happens. With excitement of pursuing.
I wouldn't mind running with these other fools away from the trouble.
Oh, come on.
What's the fun in that?
What is the fun in that? Graveyards popping up in Central Park. Why is it that they always want to do all of these things at nighttime? Couldn't they have picked the right time?
Any guesses on where we'll find Peck and Alyssa?
No.
I suspect that we're going to need the Super Slammer up there.
No.
No telling how powerful Peck has grown.
That means we gotta take the Ecto 1. I'll drive.
Maybe the trainee should drive.
Yeah.
Nah.
Of course not.
Thanks, Winston. Any ideas? Junior's pretty spry, even with that 100 pounds of proton accelerator.
Ow, that was ow there. I don't know, for some reason it didn't say that.
Make your way around to the other side and open this gate for us.
No. I want to do this alone. If we're gonna go to the finale, this is some serious business. I'm gonna bust all the ghosts by myself. And I am just gonna be like the cock of the walk, supposedly. And everybody is gonna love me. Alyssa's just gonna throw herself at me.
System building above that tower.
Remember the last time we saw that kind of atmospheric disturbance?
That's right. At Dana Barrett's building, the night she turned into a dog.
Where she became a dog and we helped her.
I don't get it. We shut down the Mandela. How can all this still be happening?
In the Gozerian Codex, it's written that a blood sacrifice and a tremendous amount of spiritual energy are needed to generate the supreme destructor form.
A destructive form? Again?
Peck probably couldn't draw sufficient energy from the mandala before we shut it down. He found an alternate source in our containment unit.
The energy of the escaped ghosts from our grid might be enough to produce a cross-dimensional event in itself.
Yes, and with Alyssa here, I'm sure her Shandor ancestors aren't far behind.
Yeah. Shandoric. Papa Shandorico. Again, sometimes I will get lost in here, but I will try to find my way. Brazenly so. On the way we go. gone fishing. Gone somewhere. Oh, hey, that is the thing that they used in the infomercial for the Ghostbusters in the second film. I don't know how they phrased the first part of that. All I remember is the free balloons for the kids. Hold on, I'm not half. Is it? I think it's coffee mug for the adults and free balloons for the kids. I don't remember. It's been so long ago since I've seen Ghostbusters and refreshed myself of refreshing refreshments. But if anything, eventually I would love to just do a whole video and talk back over maybe some of the real Ghostbuster episodes. Really in depth, go through and talk about some of my some of the ones that I enjoy most, and where some others might have enjoyed as well, and we can just get all nostalgic about it and whatever. Ideally, Real Ghostbusters is actually on Netflix. It is a shame though that the Extreme Ghostbusters hasn't gotten a Netflix output, but I'm sure that is probably because of...
Boss, you alright? How's that gate coming?
I'm sure it's probably only because the Extreme Ghostbusters isn't as famous as the original series was, even though realistically the real Ghostbusters reunite together at the end of the Extreme Ghostbusters.
I'll go with the intern. Nobody should wander around alone in this place.
Oh, come
We'll meet
on.
you guys a little further on.
I didn't want a sidekick, because that's who he is. Sometimes Batman needs to go alone.
They aren't very happy about us being here.
I think they are happy. I think they were just so bored out of their minds creating all of this craziness that when we arrive, they're just like, whew, now we get something to do for once. I saw you there.
You saw them too, didn't you? They think they're sneaky. Let's spread out and flank them.
I don't like the whole spread out. When somebody says spread out, that means someone's gonna die. That's like in the movies when the big huge leader of the whole group is like, yeah, we need to separate 2 teams of 2, and then you find out that somebody in that team ends up getting killed. Realistically, because they chose to go into the jacuzzi naked for some stupid reason.
You're a natural. It's a whole bunch of them. Snuck one past me. Run!
I don't want to run. We only run if our equipment no longer works. That is the only time we run on these series is when we can no longer bust any more ghosts because all of our equipment fails.
That's for you, Slimy.
Again, where am I going? Who knows? Because ideally, like I said, so many points in this where I was like, where am I going? What am I doing? Because I just didn't remember. I wouldn't remember at all where the heck to go because I was like, it's been so long since we've had this time together. You know what? I love that they these ghosts try to whisper sweet nothings into my ear. But you know what? It just gets to a point when you're just like, what did you just say? And then they have to like repeat it in utter yelling fashion. Why couldn't they have done that in the first place? It would have been a lot simpler, a lot easier, just to tell me what the heck they're saying. And this is a stone angel head, which we'll see in some Cupid-like characters, more than likely in the next episode of this. We are definitely going to be starting to seeing some variety that this game has to offer, even more so than we are right now. Because Pop Go the Weasel, we are going to be seeing some much more interesting characters as I try and consistently figure out where the heck I'm going. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of Ghostbusters video game. More than likely, this part of this might wrap up this taping of this episode. But yeah, like I said, we're getting very creative. The floating skulls, the flying skulls, are now purple instead of green. Changing it up. But I just say that as a joke. As per usual, my recording cut off. But if anything, a couple minutes just left on here. we're going to finish this video out without a doubt, and then we're going to fuse all of this back together in one cohesive project, which will take even longer to do, because I don't do anything easy. But if anything, I'm going to be just recording some stuff, I think, for the rest of the night. And so it's not going to be a huge, arduous process to have to try and do all the stuff I need to do to get this project out and about as soon as possible. So, let's finish up this taping. Enjoy the footage we have left. Do it now. Do it. Now. Just do it. Just do it for now.
More than I expected. There's one for
The cultist summoner. We're getting a little culty in this episode.
books.
7 culties. But I hope that you guys enjoy whatever's left of this series. And I know people are gonna cry because it's almost at the finale point, but who knows? Maybe someday people will actually want to see this project
That's a nice start.
regurgitated in some form or fashion to come back to it. Or somebody probably just won't care about it,
Stance does it again.
and that will be completely fine. But I enjoyed this project nonetheless, and I wish all of the characters in this game the best. Because there is no real what happens after this game. Because of course you get the movie reboot, and only maybe the comic books can really like do a where are they now kind of thing to tell us what happened after everything was all said and done. But I can't promote the comic book more, because there's so many references to the films. There's so many references to the films. There's so many references to the cartoons. There's so many references to the game. But I am going to remain here to edit this all together and then tape more gameplay, or just hopefully some more footage. Wrapping up my day, trying to get more stuff out without a doubt, so I can have some cold storage finally. So that way I can definitely have some more cold storage out, so that way I'm not shooting the day of and just like, I gotta get some out. And then it just like suffers because of that. So I'm gonna say goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.